And from that moment on, I said, this is something I want to be involved in. So I did contact Jane. This has been the 6th year I've been at the convention. And I really support CFI installs. But the question I really want to get into and talk about is the pay scale for carpet installers is totally inadequate. I remember last week I was talking to a few other retail friends of mine, and one of them accused me of being a communist because I told them guys were paid out here. But let me explain something that, I'll correct one thing. My son, I tried to get him into the carpet business, he wouldn't do it. He's a laminate installer. For the simple reason that he couldn't make any money installing carpet. And he told me, he says, you'd have to be crazy to be a carpet installer. He does very well doing laminates. And what I want to do is, I remember 2 years ago when we had leadership, Tom Cartmill passed out a piece of guideline that would signify the strength and unity. And I've been wearing this for 2 years as a reminder of being unified to support this organization. And at this conference now, it's the power of one. What I'm pledging as a retailer, what I can do is to support my organization. I'm part of the Flooring America organization, and they might regret that they put me on their installation committee. And I met with our president last week, and I talked to him about pay scale. This seems to be a taboo thing anytime anyone wants to talk about money. And the simple reason, why don't we see 1,000 installers every year? They can't afford to do it. Why do we see people like Robert Barton, John Namba, and Ray Knapp getting off their knees, going into other organizations? They're still involved with CFI and this organization. Because I don't think there's enough money for a guy to make an adequate living being a carpet installer. They're few and far between, and it just isn't right. And if we don't wake up as an industry to realize that fact, who's going to be left to install this carpet that they're producing? I remember Bob Shaw one time, I asked him about supporting CFI and how can guys get more money. He said, well, we're producing soft mat carpet. That way you can install more of it. You'll be able to make more money. It wasn't the idea of the pay scale. I mean, retail, it's good to see Chris Davis talking about next, the education we're going to do for retailers, but we absolutely have to address the fact that it's one thing, this predatory thing between retailers and carpet installers, but it's a thing that us retailers have to realize, you guys aren't paid enough. You really are not paid enough. If we could really sit down and go over the website, look at what a guy really truly makes at the end, what he's got to live with, hell, you might as well flip burgers at McDonald's. It's almost like you're going to be crazy to do what you're doing. So it's great to hear that growth floor covering, and I'd love to assist in this because they said, I'm pledging to Flooring America, and I'm going to be kicking a lot of ass, raising a lot of money with that organization. Because if we get together, if they don't address the issue of pay, there's going to be hell to pay. Let me tell you. Because I want to see you guys stay in the business. I want to see you prosper in the business. I want to see you be successful in the business. I want to see that, it'd be nice that you can say, gee, I can afford to come to the convention. It's great that Chris Davis will kick in the money to help you do it, but wouldn't it be nice if you could afford to come to this convention? It's a tragedy that they can't. And the more we learn, they say, learn more to earn more. Well, it's kind of true, but the minute that sometimes a retailer will see a CFI installer, he doesn't want to pay any more money. So it behooves us to educate the retailers, educate even the industry, whether it's the Bob Shaws, Julian Saul, whoever it is. We really have to acknowledge the fact carpet installers are underpaid. Now, we have floor covering weekly here, floor covering news. I challenge you guys to address this issue also. So this is what I really want to see. Let's address the issue of money. Even though it's taboo, maybe other people can't address it. Well, I'm a retailer and I'll address it. You're underpaid. Absolutely underpaid. We have to address it. And I don't want to get in a situation of, geez, tomorrow I'm going to raise the level to $9 here, because there are a lot of installers out there today that shouldn't be in this business. But there's got to be something to attract you to this business. And right now, I don't see it. Why would anyone want to install a car? I think it's a marvelous craft. It's phenomenal the work that you can do. But if you can't be paid for it, it's ridiculous. You have to put food on the table. You have to support your families. Can you send your kids to private school? I talked to the carpenters, no health insurance. If they do have health insurance, my wife has it. Why the hell can't you afford to buy it? How's your 401k doing? What 401k? I mean, it's absolutely travesty. So I pledge, as the power of one, to raise a lot of health issues and to support the CFI continuously. And I hope that by next year, this issue will be on the table and we'll be talking about you guys be able to make an adequate living in Stone Park. And that's my pledge as the power of one, to kick some ass for the next year. CFI